now listening to the Good Bad Advice Podcast with Stephanie and Chase.
Hello.
That was gorgeous.
I was feeling it this morning.
I love it.
It's because I went to a theater last night. Oh. Yeah, we went to Desert Star Playhouse.
And you're just feeling so inspired.
I'm just like, do I belong on stage? Actually, we had one TikTok video that went
sort of viral.
Like barely.
We're
counting
we
it.
Went mini viral.
The vanity it created in both of us now. Oh, yeah. Normally we get here, it's early, we film in Salt Lake City. We have a normal job, so we have to film in the mornings. And normally we get here and we're kind of like, okay, let's just do this thing. And then today we're like, how does my hair look?
How does my hair look? Okay? Do I need to put on lip gloss? How does my hair look? And that was fix it before we sit down.
Yeah. So follow us on all social media accounts. We're really excited about some of the reactions we're getting. The biggest one was all the celebrity men that you've killed off. And there was a lot of feedback. My favorite comment my favorite series of comments were people asking you to start having crushes on people they want dead, like Mitch McConnell.
That one got me.
Dead.
I laughed.
It's like, could you?
So hard.
That girl was like, could you start liking Mitch McConnell? Thanks.
I would never, but only for the people.
I know. It's so funny. Yeah. How are you?
Good. How are you? How was your weekend?
The weekend has been amazing. My kids are here.
Oh, yes.
And so we've had a really good time. We went to Real Salt Lake. I actually think I could become a soccer dude. Here's why.
I thought you were going to say soccer player, and I was like...
Oh, no. I hate running. I hate also being outside most of the time.
You could be a goalie.
That's true. Although
not with that pretty face, though.
No, wait. They're also insanely lean.
Yeah.
The soccer players, even goalies.
Yeah, no.
Like, I want big fat goalie.
All the time.
It's honestly exhausting to watch. Yeah. But here's why Steven and I are now convinced that we could become soccer people.
Okay.
We went to 2 games.
Yeah.
In our whole life. So I think we're there.
Yep.
Low expectation to understand any of the rules.
Uh-huh.
Because you're not really sitting there with like a lot of like, I guess maybe just where we were seated, but there wasn't a lot of fans being like, that's a foul, ref, or whatever. Yeah, well, what they did have was they cut to, if there was like any sort of skirmish on the field, they would cut to this elderly woman in the back who's like the grandparent of one of the players who would either hold up a yellow card or a red card herself.
That's
so like
amazing.
It was so amazing because it'd be like tumble, 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 whistle, and then cut to old lady. And everyone's like waiting, and then she holds up a yellow card, and everyone cheers, or holds up a red card, and everyone cheers.
Honestly, with soccer, the only thing, football for our
international listeners, there are 2 of you. We know where you're listening in.
For football/soccer, is offsides. You really only need to know offsides.
I don't even care, because here's the thing. What I loved about it was great food options at Real Salt Lake. Good job. This episode could be brought to you by Real Salt Lake.
Could be.
So just keep that in mind.
They're going to be like, you don't know what offsides is and you want us to sponsor you?
Yeah. But we will get people to the game for all the people that don't know soccer. Because the people that know soccer are already going to the game.
That's true.
The people that don't know soccer are like, should we go? And I'm here to tell you, as a missionary for the Real Salt Lake, not knowing anything about soccer church, you should absolutely go. The food was great. The kind of like chill vibe of it while still having amazing energy was really exciting. So we did that. We had family dinner with mi family. Ma familia. We was that like Italian?
Yeah, you did Italian Spanish.
You. Yeah, it's kind of like my thing. Just mixing cultures and accents. I'm a melting pot.
Oh, got it.
And so we did, and my parents got 2 new dogs. 2 Cavapoo
Oh my gosh,
siblings.
they're so cute.
I have never wanted to steal something more than both of those dogs.
They're so cute. They're so little. They're just these
little with their little curly hair on their faces. I'm obsessed with them.
Please post a picture to our stories. We will get so much traffic.
And here's
for
the thing now. Oliver is obsessed with the idea of getting a dog. He's asked us 3 or 4 times like every single day. He's asked us for times before, and now that he sees the dogs and he sees how much we were just loving them.
You know what? Getting a puppy, that will test your relationship. I have never wanted to murder my husband more than when we had puppy.
Really?
To be fair, we had only been married for like 4 months. I don't know
And your
what in our
puppy
right
was like
mind.
a small child. It wasn't
Yeah, he was a little
your-
terrorist. It was. We also had like a herding dog, so he would run around biting our ankles. So like it was treacherous. But if you want to test your relationship, you should totally get a dog.
Well, I'm not even sure if that would test our relationship as much as it would test our commitment to our existing cats. And that is, if anybody has advice for bringing dogs into a home in which there are already cats, I welcome it.
Your cats are nice though.
Well, we have 2 cats. We've got Phoebe, who is social. She's great.
Yeah.
She's fun. She has sometimes like a bit, I mean, all cats have a bit of like a middle
Feistiness.
finger
Yeah.
attitude. And then we have Moustache, and Moustache was rescued. Both of them are rescues. Oh gosh, I'm so good. Both of them were rescues. And we rescue, and Moose was found, Moustache, we call him Moose. Moose was found in a dump, and he had either been kicked or yelped so loud that he ripped his vocal cords. So he only does this. He can't meow. And because of that, Phoebe meows 10 times
Constantly.
as much. Yeah. And so like they're really, really great cats. We love them. Moose is very antisocial on account of like his traumatic childhood imprinting.
Yeah.
So I don't want to judge him too harshly, but he sucks because he has imprinted only on Steven.
Yeah.
Which they kind of do. Like they pick their favorite. And so I can't even look at Moose without him being like, stay away from me.
Don't even breathe in my
Yes,
direction.
he hates me so much.
But I feel like if you slowly introduce a puppy,
I hope so.
I think they would be fine. They
Steven
would
had read an
terrorize
article
it,
that
but-
said that you got to get a dog that's not like super high energy or it'll really freak out the dog or freak out the cat. And I'm like, oh, but all puppies are kind of puppy energy. That's
Yeah.
like what makes them so cute and wonderful.
Maybe just keep them away from each other for like the first month or 2 and slowly introduce
Yeah,
them.
that's what Steven and I were reading. So honestly, if you guys have tips, please email me at you'reinsane.com. Just kidding. Just send a message on social. How was your weekend?
It was so good. Well, actually, thanks to you.
Oh my gosh, not too.
You actually gave me tickets to an event called Sugar High.
Yes,
This could be sponsored by them. I just want them to know.
literally.
I took my stepdaughter there. I was literally the golden child. I was the best stepmom ever. That's quoted. She was like, "You're the best. This is the best event ever."
Okay, wait, say what the
It's
event
best
is.
day. Oh, the event is essentially a bunch of donut, cupcake, candy, toffee.
Confectioners. Yeah.
Just a bunch of vendors handing out samples. But with the tickets that you gave us, I mean, you're pretty much getting full donuts.
Oh yeah, because I had got us tickets to go.
Yeah.
And then my kids ended up having different flights, and so it was like, oh, okay, great. I'm not going to be able to go. You take Bailey.
Oh my gosh.
And we went last year too, and it's really cool because they give you like, I don't know, did they do like
They
a
give
punch
you
card
like
or
a
something?
Candyland card and they sign it off every time you get a sample. So we had 60 free samples.
It's so good.
There was so many good things there. But like we were there for an hour and both of us were like, okay, we're starting to feel it.
Yeah.
Then Bailey wants like a full boba. So she gets like a full boba. After that, she's finally like, so I know that I said we should go shopping after this, but I think I'm done. I was like,
You're like, also,
same. Let's go home and take a nap.
You're like, this is amazing. Also for me. So
Yeah.
we can just go home and sugar coma.
Exactly. We had to go stop by Chick-fil-A after because I was like, we
need
need
some
some
bread.
nutrients. Like we need to soak up the amount of sugar that is in our bodies right now. But it was absolutely the best. And she was like, this is the best day ever. You're the best. And I was like, yes.
You're like, hang on a second. I just need to record this.
Yeah.
So
I
I
get
remind
some
myself.
very cute footage of her there. She just was
Yes, you have
so
to post
excited.
the picture. I loved the ones that you sent me.
Yeah.
Just looking so happy.
It's so cute.
Yeah.
And we went out last weekend for our anniversary.
Oh, good.
We went to an Italian restaurant that's new. I won't say their name because I am going to slander them.
Yes. Not
was
even slandering
fine.
them if it's true.
That's true. It was just fine. For me, it's like Olive Garden is good. It's not great. But if I go to Olive Garden, I'm not disappointed.
First off, don't come for Olive Garden.
I know, it's one of our faves.
That is like one of our churches.
Should we go to Olive Garden after this? It's 8 in the morning.
Barely. Yeah, we're like, we need a pasta ravioli.
Unlimited pasta bowls.
We need the breadsticks and we need to get a summer salad.
So yeah, it was okay. One of the best things there was a garlic butter. And like, that should tell you.
Right.
If the best thing there was a butter, it's like one of those that I was like, oh, this is good. And then everything that came out, I was like, I feel like it needs this. And then by the end of the meal, I was like, did I even like this place?
Yeah. But you've lived in Italy. You've had like
perfection. For 5 weeks.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did live in Italy. And when I was there.
And I've been to Italy. I went this summer. So I went later than you. So
yeah. So it was pretty okay. How did you celebrate Steven's birthday?
I love this man. I want that to be said at the beginning. Steven is not a celebrator. He does not like attention. Could not relate to him less.
Yeah.
And so he was like, let's just do Cheesecake Factory for dinner, which I love. Like, it was fine. Totally fine. And then because he's so careful about what he eats because of his gluten sensitivity and just like his diet and whatever his body does and doesn't like. Sorry, babe. Shout out.
It's so interesting to meet a person who like respects that about their body.
Literally, when they're like, I don't know, when I eat that, it makes you feel gross. I'm not going to eat it.
Like, if I'm going to Cheesecake Factory, I'm getting the 4 cheese pasta, 2 sides of the sourdough loaf.
You know what I got that was so good? What? The Bang Bang chicken and shrimp.
Oh, so good.
Delicious. I had it for leftovers on Sunday too. It was bomb.
The Cheesecake Factory menu is actually my favorite book.
Yeah, it's one of the few chapter books I've read. Just kidding. But so instead of dessert, I got him, did you see I posted it? This giant tray of fruits and vegetables so that he could juice because he loves to juice. And that's not like use steroids. I mean, he just likes to make juice like celery, carrot, beet. And so I have this big tray of fruit.
We love
and
Steven
it has all
so
these
much.
fruits and vegetables on it. And I'm like, okay, this is not... I'm okay with having some fruits and vegetables out. But like having beets just on my counter, like I don't run a market. This isn't a harvest. This isn't like I just got these in from the garden. This is just like beets and carrots and whatever. So I made him hide all that stuff in the fridge. And then we could have like the pretty fruits. Because, there is like a fruit hierarchy.
Oh, yeah. No, beets are ugly and also belong in the dumpster.
I think beets
they're
are disgusting.
Worst. I can't even see them on a salad bar.
If some people try telling us that you could do like a beet steak. When they're like, oh, this is just, we char it. And are you
know what's
kidding?
So annoying too? Favorite cheese? Goat cheese. You know what everybody wants to make? Beet and goat cheese salad. Which is like, how could you ruin goat cheese faster?
I hate when you bite into something and it makes it look like you just took a bite out of human flesh. That's what beets make your mouth look like. And if it is dripping off of you, you're like that guy in Lord of the Rings, the bad guy who's just like eating all the chicken or whatever else, and he's like getting all this greasy, bloody fat coming out of his mouth. That's what I think of when I see people eat beets.
I don't understand people who want to eat things that actually taste like dirt.
I don't understand is I don't care what beets have like amazing properties. Like I get it. If you're having to justify why you're eating something because of its nutrition for you, it's a disgusting choice.
Yeah,
just get a supplement. Or just get fat.
Yeah, or just be fat.
Yeah, or just be American. If you cannot get it at a McDonald's, it's gross.
Ugh.
McDonald's or at a drive-thru.
I'm so glad you feel as vehemently about beets that I do. It's one of the tenets of my personality is that I hate beets.
I hate beets too. We're friends forever. Beet friends.
Actually, we could make a beet here.
No,
you got to intertwine.
Okay.
Okay, and then there's the beet.
Yes,
there.
that's the little head, and then that's like the bottom.
Yeah. That was so cute for the people who watch on YouTube.
So cute, all 6 of you.
Our last video got 14 views.
Get it. But we really are so thankful for all the views. Obviously,
yes.
YouTube's super low, but our views are so exciting to see those numbers. It's just like really developing that God complex we talked about.
It's skyrocketing.
We had like one TikTok go like slightly viral for 30 or 40 minutes. And we are like, call the press. I need an agent right now.
Except then
I got a facial. I was like, we're going to be famous now.
I posted one on YouTube Shorts like the day after. It got like 3 views, and I was like, oh, back to earth.
Like, okay, we're back down to the normal thing. Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah.
I was at lunch yesterday with Piper America, our friend, and she had posted something before, and I was like, oh my gosh, thank you so much for sharing it or whatever. She's like, oh my gosh, of course, I love listening to it. I've almost finished the episode. She's like, I've almost finished the episode with Charlotte, and it was just amazing. And I was like, cool. Maybe listen to all of them, please.
Listen to all of them.
Shout out Pipes if you're listening to this. Love you. Love her.
And listen through the end, okay?
Yeah, get to the end of this episode. Speaking of, let's start giving some advice to people in the news. But first, we need to talk about our general advice for the week.
Yes.
I don't even know if we said this is the Good Bad Advice podcast at the beginning. I don't think we did.
Whatever. They
you know what you're listening to. Our picture's on the front.
Or you heard it in the fire intro.
Yeah, fire. All right, our advice for the week is if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Unless you're broke, and then you need to fix that.
That's good. My thinking is, even if you are like, if it ain't broke. Now I'm just thinking about if I'm financially broke, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I kind of am like that. Kind of goes into like don't ruffle feathers and
don't rock the boat. It plays into
like the don't rock the boat.
Like, I feel like this puts you in a place of like not challenging ideas, and I don't love that. I think that you should try and rework and fix some things.
Yeah, I think, what's your definition of broken? If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
A lot of people take this saying as like, oh, it's like already working though, so don't. And it's like, is it working well?
And it's like, who's it working for?
Yeah, exactly.
So maybe it's just a perspective thing. We're kind of like diving deep into this one.
Wow,
we're like really.
Should we change our podcast
just
category to like
advice.
Health and wellness?
Us and Goop. Us and Gwyneth Paltrow.
I do not want to compete with Gwyneth Paltrow.
I don't either, because if we take off and we become a threat to her, one of us will die, and it will for sure be me. But she will end it.
She'll come on and be like, I think you guys really need to start drinking more broth. We'll be like, ugh.
Like, ugh.
She'll be like, let me tell you about the amazing property of beets. And we'll be like, die.
We're like, we want you dead, and we want you to leave forever. We're really sad that you didn't get injured on that ski hill.
We wish that guy would have won.
Yeah, we wish that guy would have won his lawsuit.
Even though he was
you.
totally fraudulent, and we
Fully.
we wish you well, Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yeah, we wish you well. We love you so much. You were great in Shallow Hal.
Like, that's our best joke she's ever done. You were fantastic in Shallow Hal.
We loved you in Shallow Hal, Gwen.
I particularly loved you in the fat suit.
Yeah, you're amazed. Love and light. Suddenly, this just turned into like a Gwyneth Paltrow rant, and we're just like, we hate Gwyneth Paltrow. I just can't think of a less relatable celebrity to me than Gwyneth Paltrow.
I think she's perfectly nice. However, she does seem like she wants to drink beet juice. And that makes her a terrible person.
No, she seems like she just loves raw beets. Oh, I just love a raw beet. It's so great. I have it in the morning after I have some lemon.
After I have some lemon.
Yeah, I feel like she'd be this person that's like, every morning I wake up and I have
slice my beets.
As my beets are roasting in the oven, I just have some lemon water.
I think she just shots the lemon juice into her mouth.
Gross. All right. We've got advice for people in the news this week. We have good stories.
Good.
And you guys
a lot happened since last week.
have to listen to all of them because we land on my favorite stories.
Oh, yes.
We're saving some of the best for last. But the first one, it's
everywhere.
The thing on everybody's lips. This.
I love when you turn this into an ASMR podcast.
We can't wait to tell you about the advice.
Okay, good.
Okay. Taylor Swift spotted, not just spotted at the Chiefs game.
No.
Taylor Swift was seated next to Mama Kelsey herself.
Yeah.
In the box, wearing Chief.
Merchandise.
Yeah, very, very, very smart as well. Did you see that Travis Kelce's jersey sales have gone up 400 times?
Oh, I would buy it.
Since Taylor Swift was in the box, and then she left with Travis Kelce
In a
by
convertible.
themselves. No security, no SUV, absolutely wanting to be seen.
It's giving Miss Americana and the Heartbreak Prince.
It's giving 1989 vibes,
It's
new
giving
life.
Madam President.
You know what I'm thinking?
What?
I've really been thinking about why of Travis Kelce fame. Now, for those of you that don't know, Travis Kelce has been like publicly courting her without actually courting her, but publicly courting her for months.
Yeah. So there is a lot of theories. About 3 or 4 months ago, maybe even longer, Travis Kelce went to her show
At Kansas City.
He brought a friendship bracelet with his number on it, which
so
is
smart.
smooth.
So smooth.
But there are now theories that they were talking already at that point. So that was planting seeds for the relationship that was already in progress,
I'm
which
actually
I
okay
love.
with that. Yeah.
I love-
What I love either side of this coin. The one side is that they've known each other for a while and this has been coming, a long time coming, and they kept it from us and they let us they created a story.
They marinated
for us,
it.
and we all hook, line, and sinker bought it.
Oh,
So I love that for them too. Like, way to go, you guys. If I was in the public eye, I would do that sort of those stunts all the time. Or the other side of the coin, which I'm obsessed with as well, is shoot your shot. Be Travis Kelce.
yeah.
I do not care who it is. If it's Taylor flippin' Swift, and you're like, you know what I could do? I'm going to publicly go after. I'm going to tell her how interested I am in her.
Yeah.
I'm single. She's single. We're both kind of like at the peak of our careers. Apex. Like, I just think he did it and it worked. Well done. Hat off to you, sir.
Yeah. I love this pairing. I don't know one Swiftie in my life who is not obsessed with this pairing, especially
Yes.
because like she's been dating men who look like they had the plague in the Victorian era.
Boys. I think she's been dating boys who look like
but
they
just
had
like
the plague.
sickly British men.
Yes.
And now we're like,
you know what it
an
is?
American.
Yeah, you got American.
Like we should play the eagle noise over photos of them. Like
I think they Eras Tour birthed Taylor Swift the woman. And then she's like, so I need a man.
yeah.
Now.
But here's the other thing somebody I believe on TikTok said. She must feel so safe with him to leave in a convertible with him with no security
Wouldn't you?
around.
He's like
absolutely.
a 6'4", 270 Adonis.
He's a man.
A man who could just like, boom, like just that bucket somebody and they die. Like they just cower.
I have really good advice for this, and I have some bad advice too.
Okay.
My good advice for the ladies, for the Swifties, the gays, the girls, the theys, you need to take advantage of this and start watching football with your partner who's
For
obsessed.
sure.
You need to sit down and be like, this is the year that we watch football together.
Speaking of, did you see Taylor Swift's little, people are saying it's rumored to be like her cheat sheet of information at the game. And it was like which players were which players and what things to be
So
looking
relatable.
for. So relatable. That they need to market that, sell that to all women who want to
She could sell
be
it as
involved.
merch on her website.
I'd buy.
100%.
We'd put it right here. We'd get it
I'd
framed and put it on in our shot.
My other bad advice is now actually a trend on TikTok, which is please go to your toxic football loving friend, family member, coworker, and say, it's like so crazy how Taylor Swift put Travis Kelce on the map. Like nobody knew who he was before Sunday. The way that it is enraging these
love
toxic
it.
football players, they're like, are you even kidding? And It's entertaining for me. So please start some fights.
Yeah, and I have to kind of piggyback on that. One thing I am obsessed with that I've seen also on TikTok is to credit Travis Kelce's amazing game, because I guess he had an amazing game. His coach said
To
he had
her
an
being
amazing
there.
game to saying Taylor Swift is the reason Travis Kelce did well. And that, so then I've seen people say, Travis Kelce should thank Taylor Swift
Yeah.
for showing up so that they could play well. In fact, you should thank Taylor Swift for the Chiefs winning.
I think one of my favorite things about just this entire happening, women get asked about their relationships in interviews constantly. Like, their accolades are not their own. It's constantly about, how are you balancing being a mom? How's your dating? Blah, blah, blah. Every single NFL podcast, ESPN, NFL, TikTok changed their bio
gonna say
to
that.
Taylor was here
And
the date.
Yes.
After the game, Patrick Mahomes is sitting there and a newscaster comes up and she's like, I bet you felt a lot of pressure because Taylor Swift was here. I live for that. I am obsessed with the fact that all of these men are like,
Second to the single female in the box
Yes.
who's got red lipstick on.
and they played an amazing game and they're being asked about Taylor Swift.
Right.
I love it. I'm living for every podcast that's like, oh, Taylor Swift was at the game, and then they talk about it for 45 minutes.
Yes.
I'm obsessed.
Here's my advice to the Chiefs. Only win.
Yeah.
From here on out, only win. Because I want them at the Super Bowl. I want Taylor Swift at the Super Bowl. Travis Kelce, Super Bowl. They win. He ends up getting the MVP. He goes to accept the MVP trophy. He's there with Taylor. He hands it to Taylor and then says, "You're the MVP." And the entire collective humanity dies. Boom. Like, we are all translated
And then the
in the
comet
blink
hits
of an
the
eye. And that is the end times.
That gave me full body chills.
Wouldn't that be like Taylor's there with him, she's being the supportive, and then he's like, "You're my MVP." She hands him the trophy. Or no,
and then
he
they're
hands
holding
her
it
the
together and
trophy.
they kiss over it.
Yeah. Lady in the
We should
Tramp.
write this romance novel.
I just want to put it out there right now
Yeah.
that we will come back after Super Bowl, and if I am right, I need
We're going to boost it till it goes viral.
We'll
Gonna
keep
sponsor
posting
that.
it every day.
I think that this is the biggest catch Travis Kelce has ever made. But also,
Snaps.
speaking of that, did you see? Usually after his touchdowns, he will punt the ball. Like, he'll kick it into the stadium.
Okay.
He kept it.
To
He
give to
kept
Taylor,
the
he
ball.
kept the game ball.
Of his touchdown ball, he kept it.
And she was the girl in the bleachers. Do you get it?
Yes.
Do you get it?
Yeah, I got
It's
it.
full
I got the
circle.
Taylor reference.
Someone said that in one of her first albums, his jersey number is 87.
87.
And someone said that in her very first album, she talks about being with the guy with the number
Yep.
87.
Also,
She manifested. She's
Taylor's,
a witch, a perfect witch.
Oh, fully. Taylor's favorite number, her like lucky number is 13. She uses it often in her Easter eggs. Travis Kelce, 13th man she's dated in the public eye.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I am so living for, and honestly, imagine their babies. Taylor Swift, tall, lean, this like superstar. Travis
have
Kelce,
D1
tall,
athletes.
BV. They would
Or
create a
pop
new
stars.
superhuman.
Yeah.
They're creating the apex
Oh no,
predators.
what if the government won't let them breed together?
Why did you say breed? If you're watching Handmaid's Tale, what's going on? This is a little dark.
Well, the government is going to be like, sorry, you can't create that level of
That is when I'll actually storm. I will get
That's
behind.
when I will storm the Capitol.
Yeah, that's when I will get behind a cause enough to have activism outside.
And it will be on Taylor Swift's birthday, which is December something.
Oh, someone
Sad
tell
that we
us.
don't know
We
this.
should know this.
as Taylor Swift fans.
My daughter's yelling into the podcast.
she's like,
I know what it
it's
is. It's December 15th.
Yeah, something like that.
Also, did you see Usher announced They announced Usher. It was like the worst day for
Totally
Usher
eclipsed
ever.
by Taylor
Because
Swift.
he's like there. He's got his Super Bowl grill in. Kim Kardashian is enlisted by Apple Music to help, which is the most bizarre of bizarres. But to announce that he's winning or that he's going to perform at the halftime show. Mm-hmm. And literally nobody's talking about it.
No, nobody cares. And especially, I think it's sad for Usher, which, speaking of, I love Usher.
Same. He was your first album.
I love him, so I'm excited for this.
Yeah.
But, like, it's not as important as Taylor Swift being at an
No,
NFL game.
but here's my one thing, because I knew we were going to talk about Super Bowl halftime show, and I know Luda will be there. And Lil Jon will be there.
Whoa.
So we know that they're going to be there for sure. We know that they will be 2 guest artists. But I have a couple of people that I want to be a surprise guest artist that he brings out.
Please tell me.
And
Keke Palmer?
No, but I thought about her.
That would be a good one.
But I'm going a totally different direction.
Okay.
I think Usher said that the Super Bowl halftime show will be unlike anything we would have ever expected from him. So I have a couple of people that I would never expect.
Okay. Give it
Weird
to me.
Al Yankovic. Like, I think Weird Al Yankovic coming
Does Weird
out.
Al Yankovic cover any of his songs?
I don't think so, but imagine if he did. So instead of it being like, these are my confessions, you know, it's like, these are my convection ovens.
These are my suppressions. And then
And it's all about
the things, guilty
socks.
pleasures.
No, it's all about compression socks. I just think of all people, like, comes up from the stage. It's Weird Al Yankovic. I'm here for it. Mm-hmm. Susan Boyle. I Dream to Dream mixed with Hot in Her.
So that's a Nelly song.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that's a Nelly song.
What am I thinking? The one that's kind of, yeah. And then what's the other one? Window to the Wall. Is that him?
No.
Okay. I don't know a lot of Usher songs.
That is so clear.
Okay, here's the thing. I'm not an Usher dude.
He just, oh my gosh.
And I mean, wait, is he the one that also, does he say Pitbull in one of his songs? Does he bring up Pitbull? Wait, I have a couple more people that I'm suggesting. So,
are you going to suggest Pitbull? 'Cause
I'm like,
you gave
also
that one
Nelly? No. I'm thinking of people that you would never suspect. Okay. The yodeler from Ellen.
Oh, Mason.
Mason, whatever his name is.
Honestly, I could see him doing that.
How fun for him to pop up.
What about Bieber? Because Usher did, you know.
No, I'm thinking of people that you would never expect. You're thinking Bieber, so you're expecting it.
Okay.
Did you expect Weird Al Yankovic? Absolutely not.
No, you're right.
Susan Boyle?
You're right.
No, that's a dark horse.
Yeah.
The Mason kid from Ellen.
What is that guy's last name?
Mason.
Is it Ramsey?
Mason Ramsey. I think that's right. Call us if we're getting it wrong, Mason Ramsey, and then share this.
For sure are.
Share
Everybody's driving on their way to work being like, these idiots. Like, I thought this was a pop culture podcast.
Me being like, it's hot in. So hot in here. Everyone's like, it's absolutely Nelly. It's not Usher, you idiot.
Oh
Obviously, it's not my genre.
Okay, who else?
Okay, my last one, and I know that this one may be expected.
I love that you're already making yourself laugh. You haven't even said it yet. Tell me.
I just think it'd be so funny if it's like, it's Super Bowl. Like, it is just like, people are like, rah! You know, like Usher's there and he's barely dressed. Out comes Yo-Yo Ma. Like, with a cello. And everyone is having to be quiet as he does like a concerto.
Usher comes out doing a crip walk to Yo-Yo Ma on the cello.
And all the dancers, female dancers that he will obviously have that are barely dressed.
Yeah.
Dancing around like, ow, 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 getting them girls. But it's just Yo-Yo Ma with a cello.
You were so far off on Usher's catalog. It is cracking me up.
I'm so embarrassed, but also not, because it's so honest. Like, I just don't know Usher music.
He has some really good hits.
I think
you'll be surprised
does.
you'll know them when they come on. But if he does bring out Ludacris, you know how I feel about Ludacris.
I know, you're a Luda girl.
I'll be like, ASMR again.
ASMR, thank you so much. Second story. Oh, gosh, I cried during the last one because I was laughing so hard at just how bad I don't know Usher songs. Okay. The WGA has come to a tentative agreement. The terms are unclear right now. The writers still have to vote to approve the terms, but it looks like the writers and SAG.
No, not SAG. SAG is the
Screen Actors Guild. Yeah, but I think
separate.
Well,
WGA is on strike and SAG is on strike.
Oh,
WGA has to come to terms with the big media conglomerates. WGA, Disney streaming services.
Okay.
And then the Actors Guild has to.
But I thought the Actors Guild only joined after the Writers Guild in solidarity with the writers.
No,
Did I
They both
that?
have contracts that need to be renegotiated. I think
So
Fran
writers will
Drescher
be
is
coming
with
back. SAG, I would think.
I can't remember if she's WGA or SAG.
Okay.
One of them. Either way,
Well, is she a writer?
the writers have come to an agreement.
Yes. Okay.
It's tentative though because they still don't know the terms, and all of the writers or board of writers need to vote on it.
The board of writers.
The board of writers.
You know
Anyway.
this as well as I do, which is also less than I know Usher songs, and that is a real problem.
Okay, but I did know that there was 2 separate strikes going on. Okay.
Yes, I knew there were 2 separate strikes, but I thought SAG was just joining in with WGA, but I got that wrong.
No.
What I'm excited about and what I'm a little sad about is I'm sad for Drew Barrymore because you know that she woke up to the news after just agreeing to go on strike in solidarity with the WGA. She's going to ping pong. She's going to need to see a chiropractor for some whiplash.
Yeah.
But here's my advice. Only if you're going to come back after having had a leave of absence.
Yeah.
Only produce incredible stuff. Like, give us your best.
They've been stewing on some ideas.
They've been stewing, I would hope. And so I'm really, really pumped for just like the bomb stuff that hopefully should be coming out. Because after the last major strike, we had some incredible TV shows like House of Cards. I can't remember because I'm now just thinking about Usher songs. It did. Oh.
Yeah. But you think on the picket lines, they're like marching past each other?
Are you churning butter?
No, I'm on the picket lines.
Okay.
I'm holding a picket sign and I'm walking. I see how that looks.
Yeah.
Okay. But there's the 2 friends who they're in like, a different synchronicity of the circle. And every time they pass by each other, they're like, and then this character should, and then they keep walking. And they're like, I love that idea. We should definitely do that. And then, or do you think other people are like, no writing, no ideation?
I have a feeling that if they're writers, they can't help but write. You know what I mean? So like they've had some things coming. If they've, shared it, it's probably been in like, and I have this incredible story and it would be blah, 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 but it's not able to because of the strike. I think that that's really what would have happened.
Yeah.
But here's my advice to all the people who are bringing the writers back. So all the shows where they're bringing writers back, Stephen Colbert, Kelly Clarkson, whatever else. Please, 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 please.
Please.
Don't screw this up.
Yeah.
By having a toxic work environment, because we just solved their big problem with credits and streaming services, whatever else. If then we have to have a whole nother wave of like the people on the Ellen show or the complaints that
there was Jimmy Fallon complaints.
Jimmy Fallon, Kelly
but I feel
Clarkson.
like that got buried so quickly. Like,
oh yeah,
somebody.
I want to take care of the writers.
Yeah.
We need them.
Yes,
we absolutely need them. I love TV so much. It's not healthy, but I love TV so much, and so please don't ruin this for me, specifically me.
Yeah, and hopefully those shows that were postponed into like 2027 come back sooner, because like I have no interest in watching Stranger Things College.
Yeah, agreed. Oh yeah, those young actors, they're the ones that are getting hurt the worst.
Yeah, and Euphoria, that one is going to be bad.
Yeah,
because they're not. I mean, they're going to get other gigs and they're not going to come back.
Yep. Okay, I picked this story out last week and I sent it to you. I was literally crying.
Yes.
I just have to read. This is Singapore Airlines is getting the gas face from a couple of pissed passengers who say that a four-legged traveler's flatulence blew them out all the way from Paris to Singapore. These two people, Gil and Warren Press, say that they ended up seated next to a dog and its owner during the 13-hour trek back in June. It was a cute dog to look at, but the pressers say that the pooch bombed them for the whole flight, farting so badly they eventually surrendered their premium seats and moved back to economy. They also have pictures of the presses here. The couple says that the gas was only half of the battle because they also had to contend with the pup, which looks like a bulldog mix, loudly snoring. I am so here for all of the plane drama that we're having. First, we had the guy that opened the door, the emergency door. That was in
the air.
Yeah. Then we had the woman who was yelling, I know that mother blanker is not real. That whole scene. Then we had the toxic spray of the Delta girl. Who did you see? She's now identified herself. The person that
I would never
caused
take
the
that
plane
to
turn around. And now we have a dog. I have advice.
Okay. I love it.
This is going to be bad.
Okay.
I acknowledge this already.
Yeah.
I want a elite. I don't want private. I want a commercial elite airline that doesn't allow any of this nonsense. Like that it's just like the creme de la creme. You're knowing if you're on this flight, it's smooth sailing.
Yeah.
Then I want, and that could be like Delta. Like let's give it to Delta. They deserve it.
Yeah.
Then all the others, I want that to be I want them to just own that they're dumpster fires now.
Yeah.
And it's just like it's like going to the county fair.
I think most of these things have happened on Delta flights.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying. We need to find one airline that we just protect.
Spirit or Frontier.
No, one that we protect.
Are going to be the trash ones.
Yeah, I want all the other ones to be expected. And then if you're just like, I'll pay extra. I just want a freaking airline that is going to be on time, isn't going to have delays. Like, I just want premium service.
Yeah, it's kind of weird that airlines have never gone a route of like, you can bring your dogs on this flight. This is a child-free flight. Like, things like that. Like, it's kind of weird to me that they haven't branched into that. I feel like there are so many millennials, Gen Xer, and boomers, and probably even Gen Z that would pay for a child-free flight.
100% I would. One time when we were coming back from Switzerland, we flew to Paris and then from Paris to Salt Lake.
Yeah.
My Switzerland to Paris flight, a child behind me was screaming. The flight was maybe like an hour and 45 minutes. It wasn't a long flight. Screaming and pushing on my seat.
Ooh.
And it was like
I don't really mind the screaming, but the pushing on my seat, like you're disturbing my peace. I minded all of it.
Also, the flight was at like 6 a.m. We had to be there like at 3 a.m. Like I was exhausted.
All of it.
I turned around multiple times to be like hello. She dead ass looks at me in the face and says, and I'm quoting here, "Do you have a problem, sir?" To which I responded, "Your baby is a problem." To which she said, "And what would you like me to do about that?" And I said, "Could you not have the baby kick my seat, please?" She said, "No." I have never wanted to blow up a plane before. I would have taken all of us down.
She kind of sounds like a queen to me. I'm sad that it happened to you.
You pick a team, and it's mine.
I just like.
Where's that fierce loyalty, Steph?
I have.
Where's that fierce loyalty now, Steph? I want you to say, get rid of that baby.
I have a lot of sympathy for moms on flights. Would I pay for a child-free flight?
Flights. I have taken young children on flights.
Sorry. Parents on flights, as if dads take care of their children.
You in danger, girl.
No,
get them, dads.
No, that sounds like she was being super inconsiderate. But like, I kind of love a woman who's like, and what?
I know, but I'm like, and I hate your baby.
Yeah.
But then the
It
worst
does
part
sound
was
like
we had to ride the same shuttle. In Paris, you take
cars.
like all these different
Oh,
shuttles, right?
yes.
So I had to take a shuttle to the next one with her. And
Did you push the baby off the bus?
No, I mad dogged her the whole time, like, because I was so tired. I was so grouchy.
Yeah.
And I know it's not like a great look for me, but then when we had to stay in the customs line together as well, and she was just like 2 people behind me, and her baby was sleeping, I was wanting to wake up that baby.
Yeah.
I wanted to be like, bang bong, bing bong, bing bong, bing bong. Just retaliation.
Throw something over your shoulder.
I just want premium airlines. That's all I want. I want something that is absolutely guaranteed to be premium, and I don't want dogs farting. I don't want humans spraying poop on it. I don't want people to open the door. I just want to fly private. Actually, that's really what I want. If you know how to fly
And this
private for
podcast is
cheap.
sponsored by Honest Baby Products. Just kidding. It's not. We
But it
love
could be.
babies here. We're never going to get a baby sponsorship after this episode. They're going to be like,
Never.
so you said you wanted to throw a baby from a bus?
No, I wanted to toss a baby from a bus delicately in a car seat. And I'm the monster.
It was being generous.
Okay. Last 2 stories.
Yes.
They kind of go hand in hand.
Okay.
I told you this last year. I got you onto it to watch, and then I have now watched the versions in the UK, and I've watched the versions
I've only
in
watched
Australia.
the US one.
Traitors.
So
The
good.
best reality TV show. Let me tell you the concept. They're all in the Scottish, or at least the US and the UK version. Australia was
Scottish
in a different-
Highlands.
They're in the Scottish Highlands, and they have a number of them. Let's say there's 20. I don't know what the number is. Let's say 20. They have a select group of them that are designated as traitors. Mm-hmm. They're just selected completely at random. You know, the host is going around the table, tap, 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 tap. You're the 4 traitors.
It's pretty much like playing Mafia.
Yes.
But
or
for like,
werewolf.
yeah, werewolf. Or like, but for like 3 weeks.
Yes, and the group as a whole is trying to earn money by doing competitions, and then at night the traders eliminate someone.
Yeah.
And then during the day, the house
Has to do
exiles
challenges
someone.
and figure out how to. Is it just the US version, or is it the other versions where it's half celebrities, half regular people?
In the other versions in Australia, it was
Like just regular people?
all regular.
I loved the dynamic of celebrities and regular people because it was so much more drama that like a celebrity could potentially take a bunch of money
Yes.
from a regular person who
Yes.
actually really
Which
needs
they
it.
did in Traitors season 1.
Yes.
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Spoiler
so you
alert!
did spoil it before you said spoiler alert.
Uh-oh.
Anyway,
One of these celebrities won
Yeah.
and took money from 2 non-celebrities, and their faces of
they were
absolute
gooped.
horror
Yeah.
was amazing TV.
Yes.
But so they've got the new cast. This is only celebrities now.
It's a good
an
cast.
amazing cast. Remember how I was saying I want like a dream team of Dancing with the Stars?
Yeah, this is
They've
what that
almost
is.
given me a dream team of Traitors
Yeah.
season 2, and they're filming it right now. So we've got Phaedra Parks from Real Houses of Atlanta and Married to Medicine, who we're in love with. There's Ekin Sue from Love Island UK.
She is
We
so good. She's going to be
love.
amazing.
There's Tamara Judge, Real Houses of Orange County.
We'll get to that.
There's Peter Weber, Bachelor.
Ooh,
of Bachelor
Pilot,
fame.
Pilot Pete.
There's Parvati from Survivor. She was in
yes,
Heroes vs.
yes.
Villains, fan favorite. She's amazing. Trisha Cantanella from Real World Las Vegas.
Larsa Pippen and her Michael Jordan's son boyfriend.
Marcus Jordan, yes, which is an amazing get. There's Maxim Cherkowski from Dancing with the Stars,
Okay.
which I love. Peppermint, one of the drag queens from RuPaul.
Ooh, that's a good crossover to get drag queens.
Totally. A very, very smart one there. Johnny Bananas from The Challenge.
Do you know how good Bob the drag queen would do on that show?
Amazing, because he's so charismatic.
Yeah.
We could have a whole list of queens as the traitors. That'd be an amazing spinoff.
Okay.
Sandra Diaz, she is the only 2-time winner of, or one of, she was, I think now there's a couple of 2-time winners because of the Winners at War, but she was a Survivor winner.
Okay.
And then she's also done Survivor Australia in Blood versus Water, which I watched. She was great.
Okay.
Kevin Creeder from Bling Empire. And then I gotta do a couple more. There's Karsten Bergerson from Love Island US. There's Janelle, like an all-star from Big Brother fame. Sharif Whitfield from Real Houses of Atlanta.
Interesting.
Then there is CT from The Challenge. Dan from Big Brother. Mercedes MJ from Shaws of Sunset.
Excuse me,
Mercedes. You look
Mercedes.
like wood.
Mercedes.
This looks like wood. The boxer Deontay, and then this is the absolute get of all gets. His name is John Bercow. He's from the UK Parliament. He is a politician in the UK.
Oh.
I just am obsessed. He's like a portly, like a kind of not maybe portly, but like small framed little British man who's going to be amongst like the juggernauts of the United States TV reality fame.
Would you want to be a traitor, or would you
every
want
day.
to?
All day, every day, I would be a traitor.
I can't relate.
You wouldn't want to be a traitor?
No, it would give me the biggest stomach pit ever. I'm so obvious. I would be like, no, it's not me.
You and my kids.
Yeah.
I would be phenomenal.
Yeah, you would be the best traitor ever.
I would love it. I would befriend people. I would happily turn on my other traitors to get cred.
Oh, yeah, you would.
Like I loved this show so much. My only advice, absolutely get a contract for the next like 5 seasons. Mm-hmm. I need it to be on my TV always and ever.
See, my advice was going to be, don't be a traitor.
Oh, no.
Because, like, what was so good, spoiler alert, see you do it before you say what it's going to happen.
Got it.
Ari from The Bachelor was on last season. He made it to the final 4, and he was a traitor. Ari was a villain because he dumped, can't remember her name, irrelevant, some irrelevant bachelorette, dumped her on live TV and then went with his runner-up.
Oh, that's
he
right.
was the biggest villain, and I saw in Ari's eyes when he was standing there at the final 4 that he was like, I'm not going to be a villain on TV again.
Yes.
I don't need this money. I got brand endorsements. He's pretty much an influencer now. He was like, I'm going to step out and not win this money because I'm not going to be a villain on TV anymore. He was coerced by the other person who did.
Yeah, Suri from Survivor.
Yeah, from Survivors. He was coerced. I think she said something to basically be like, try and out him.
Yeah. And then he removed himself.
He removed himself, which was a great move because he was like, I'm not going to be a villain. I don't think that there's a way that you can be a traitor and not be a villain at the end of it. Mm-hmm. Especially on that season where there was normal people.
Yes. And
like it made her look especially
brought them
bad.
in and made them feel super safe. And then at the very end, she says, I've been a faithful, because it's traitors and faithful. She goes, I've been a faithful in my heart from the beginning. And they're like, oh, good. And she goes, but in this game, I've been a traitor. And
Which is an
I
iconic
literally
line.
just gave myself chills.
Yeah, my back went, ooh.
I don't know. Do you give yourself chills a lot?
Yeah.
Like when you think about things, you're like,
honestly,
gosh, I'm inspiring.
WGA, call me.
And I am so pumped for this season. They got good.
Yeah.
They got good Bravo Lebs. Sheree, Tamra, Phaedra, Mercedes. Then they got good. They got Parvati. They got Janelle. They've got Sandra. They've got some real powerhouse.
It's a good
Johnny
cast.
Bananas, CT, Dan. The cast is going to be amazing. I cannot wait. I would also love to be on it at some point. So bring back normal people, unless you blow this podcast up and then I go as like a famous podcaster. Either route works for me.
We'd go on it, and we'd go on as a pair, and then I would tell everybody that you're a traitor because I would be like, don't trust that man. I love him so much.
And
I'm loyal to him.
Then we have to come back and podcast, and I'm like, you dirty dog.
All my interviews would be like, don't trust Chase. I love him so much. Don't trust him.
So well.
I know him so well. I don't even know if he's lying. He would lie to me. You would bring me to the end and then be like, I'm a traitor. And I'd be like, I knew it the entire time. I knew it.
I'd toss my little thing into the flame and watch it be red. And
Yeah.
be like, Mwah.
I'd be like, you didn't fool anyone. Roll the tapes.
And there's some good. Our last set of stories are our Bravo news. Now, for those of you that don't know, we are Bravo
Historians.
We love.
That was like what we originally bonded over.
100%. We would watch hours of TV. In
of
one
Real
sitting.
Housewives.
Real Housewives, Vanderpump,
Shaws of Sunset, Mercedes.
We love Bravo so much. We really, when we were thinking about doing a podcast, we thought, should we just talk Bravo? And we thought, no, we want to branch out a little bit more. And so this is, I think, our first official Bravo story in 5 episodes.
Yes. I'm really proud of us.
We're really,
there's a lot of restraint.
We're
happening.
really demonstrating self-control here because we really wanted to post more.
But for all of you like guilty pleasure Bravo watchers, this is gonna get you.
Yeah. This is.
You can act like you don't like it, but you're welcome.
We live for Bravo. Speaking of, if anybody listening has connections, I have a couple connections to some of the Real Housewives of Salt Lake girlies, but we would love to interview one of them. We'd love to interview Lisa.
Yeah, I was like one of them.
Yeah, the only one.
Some
that
of them.
We love.
Pretty much. I'd interview Mary.
She's
so entertaining. I don't
I
like
would
her,
interview
but
Mary.
she's so entertaining.
I would actually interview Monica. I would interview.
Monica's hilarious.
I would interview every single one of them except Meredith and Heather because those are trolls and I hate them.
Oh, see, I love Heather.
You are not being loyal this episode to me. You know, I have a story which I'm not going to say. I had a personal run-in with Heather Gay.
It was not great.
It was horrible. It spoke so poorly of her character. I will only tell people if they ask for the private. I will privately tell people, so I don't put anything publicly.
She did apologize.
She apologized, a backhanded apology.
Yeah.
And then blamed it on a friend that I had, thinking like it was not. She's a trash monster.
She was not nice. I do constantly forget that happened to you, so I am sorry for that.
Yes, that is.
I just think she is good TV. She's entertaining.
Yes.
I definitely would not
She
interview
wouldn't be
Meredith.
allowed.
Meredith,
No.
She would walk in and I'd say, "You can leave."
Did you see that Bravo changed their Instagram bio to "You can leave" because she's a little bit drunk when she's saying, she's like, "You can leave." And it's like a really hard F. And so they did "You can leave" and then put a bunch of fall leaves
hysterical.
on there. It's so funny. Okay. But some of our Bravo queens have been in the news. And so we have to talk about, there's 2 stories. One of them, here's our real thing. Here's the general advice for people on Bravo. Give us good TV. The 2 stories that we're going to tell you are perfect examples of good TV and bad TV.
Yeah.
Of what, when we say we want good TV, we want what's happening in New Jersey. We don't want what's happening in Orange County.
No.
So let's do the bad TV first. Shannon Beador arrested for a DUI. Also horrible because she had her dog in the car.
She ran into a house.
And then she fled the scene.
The video footage, she skirts around that corner. She is flying in a residential area. And then she like
super
drives
late
away.
at night. I understand it was on her anniversary with her ex-husband, but she'd been intoxicated. She's a part of the Tres Amigas, where they have almost every other joke is about tequila and getting wasted. She's been going downhill for a very long time. Yeah. We don't want to see that. We don't want to see the crash and burn.
Honestly, like, I know people can reform. My perception of you changes when I find out you have a DUI.
Agreed.
In the year of the Barbie movie. Like, I don't understand. There is Uber, there is Lyft, there is Bird scooters. Like, you do not need to get in a car intoxicated anymore.
It's so unbelievably, in my mind, it's so neglectful and selfish and indulgent. And I think she's incredibly entitled. I am only disappointed that we will not be getting a mugshot from her. Because I would absolutely have a line of mugs with her mugshot on it and then sell those.
Because you know it will be her in her Spanx.
Yes.
She famously wears Spanx in like every episode and is constantly showing them.
Yes.
Or they're peeking out behind like some dress or some outfit, or they all jump in a pool and she takes off and she just has her Spanx on, which I do love about her.
Oh, I agree. Like, here's the thing. Orange County was having a resurgence this season.
Yeah, it was
They had a
good.
pretty good season. They'd brought Tamara back. They had Taylor Armstrong there. Heather Dubrow was on the show. Vicky Gunvalson was appearing. Like, they were on a really good trajectory. She just trashed the brand.
Yeah.
She made it look like, gosh, it makes me uncomfortable to watch. It'll be really hard for me to support her by watching the show, knowing that
Which
she's
is sad
been so
because
crazy.
like I feel like she has been, like I think she's been, you know, reclaiming her image.
Yeah.
And been doing a lot better this
She
season.
dropped the ball. She fumbled the ball.
Yeah, no,
Travis
I would
Kelce.
love some footage of her being a hot mess express next season.
Also, the other queen that we do love, like adore, so we love Lisa Barlow, obviously, and then we live for Emily Simpson.
Oh,
Real Housewives of Orange
if
County.
we
She's
could
in our
get
top.
Emily Simpson,
Just to
she lives
she
Utah.
messaged
Her
me
husband's
back.
a Mormon.
She messages me back when I message her on social. So I should just
dream
message her and be
guest.
like, "Be a guest, please."
Let's get like a couple more followers.
Yes. No, I think she'd be like, "You guys got it," with like a button on her nose. She'd be like, "You got it." Bing.
Boop.
But so please,
Bad mess.
all housewives and people watching Housewives, do not celebrate or glorify or be like, wow, this is going to be great TV. For DUI, we can do better.
I literally
There's-
just did that 2 seconds ago. I said I can't wait to watch her be messy next season.
No, you can watch her be messy, but we're not saying we need a
Not
DUI to be
getting
messy.
DUIs. No.
We want a different kind of messy, which was just reported by Us Magazine that Real Housewife of New Jersey's Jennifer Aydin and Danielle Cabral suspended from filming after physical altercation. Now, physical altercation makes it sound really,
Like
really...
they got in a fist fight.
Yeah, it's not what
Allegedly,
happened.
Jennifer Aydin pushed Danielle and Danielle threw a drink back on her, which, by the way,
Which they one said that drew blood, and the other thing said, no, it scratched her face because it was like a crumpled up can and it scratched her face or something.
here's the thing. That is like very low tier of physical altercations on Bravo. So
And
I'm a
on Real
little
Housewives
shocked
of
by
New
this.
Jersey. Because think of
The
Joe
ponytail
Gorga
grab.
and the ponytail grab. Think of Joe Gorga and Joe Giudice fighting.
Literally tackled each other.
So I think of the ponytail, the water. I mean, it's all crazy. That kind of fighting, though, I'm living for.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I want to watch.
That makes me just
It's me. Houses of Potomac vibes. I want like the fighting, the
I want
drag.
the person running around the room trying to get to the person.
I mean, that's
I
good
will
TV.
drag you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Candy
is
on
like
Atlanta.
you see the real dark underside.
Actually, you know, once they physically put their hands on each other, I start to get like a little bit uncomfortable. But when they're running
fighting,
around,
yes.
everybody's getting held back. I'm like, ooh.
Yeah.
This is why
Pushing-
men watch the WWE. I am so interested in the theatrics of it.
Agreed. And did you see that The Rock made a comeback to the WWE
Yeah.
like in the past week or two?
Well, he can't act right now.
It's true. So he's trying to get some coin. Got to pay for that Maui house. Ooh.
Ooh.
And I oop. So to our Bravo fans and our Bravo celebrities, please don't be the sort of like reckless danger to the community and society by getting a DUI for TV. But if you're gonna fight another housewife, I'll watch it. Oh, that'd be a really great like. Bravo has the like WWE Celebrity Smackdown, and it's housewives like actually boxing each other.
No, because they've spent so much time on their face.
Oh, that's true.
Not
Dang it.
time, money.
Money.
They've spent so much money on their face. What if they did like a what's that old show Gladiator, where they have to
Yes.
like fight each other with toothpicks, not
Yes.
toothpicks, cotton swabs.
Q-tips, yeah.
That like if we put them all on pedestals and they had to fight like that.
I'd watch all day, every day.
It's like Monica tackling Angie in the Real Housewives of Salt Lake episode
Yes.
when they're having the snowball fight.
I'd watch that all
Yeah.
day. That's on repeat.
Yeah.
All right, guys, that is our show for the week. Please follow us everywhere that you can get social media. So, should I say that differently? Please follow all our social media. Please follow us on all social media accounts, and then subscribe and follow our episodes so that when they come out, they just immediately download to your phone and you have them ready to go.
Yeah.
Which is the best way to podcast.
You can find us at Good Bad Advice Podcast on TikTok and Instagram, and Good
Twitter.
Bad Advice on YouTube. And then anywhere you want to, listen to us, enjoy, rate our podcast, subscribe.
Yeah,
Rate our podcast 5 stars. Sorry, let me clarify.
Yeah. We need them 5 stars. Let's get some 5 stars rolling in this thing. That'll be our little thing. Remember how we said each week if you get to the end of the episode, do this,
Go give us
and then
5
we'll
stars.
know. Give us 5 stars. That'll be our one this week. And whoever does will get $3 from
The
us.
beginning of the episode, we're like, we went viral. We don't even need you guys. And now at the end, we're like, please rate our podcast.
Just give us a 5 star.
We're literally trying out here. And make sure to give people bad advice this week.
Yes. Be yourself. We love you guys. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.